We are back on Kababayan Today. We are taking your calls. Kasama natin sa telepono si Ana. Ana, ano pong tanong ninyo?
Ana, tumawag ako last month.
Opo.
Kung naalala mo na ako yung nagtatanong kasi nagkaroon ako ng domestic violence na itinayal ko ngayon kasi pwede ko daw i-petition yung aking sarili at naibigay ko naman lahat na kailangan ng aking attorney ngayon, police report, lahat naibigay ko sa kanila. Ang tanong ko ngayon, mga ilang buwan po ba nalalaman kung ako po mabibigyan ng aking green card?
Okay, anong year po kayo nag-file?
Last month.
Last month. Okay. Anna was our caller when she called us last month about the domestic violence case that you did give her information that she could petition herself. So she did that last year. Now she's wondering, how long is it going to take?
So in that regard, just generally speaking, just to clarify that there are two types of ways to apply for status based on being a victim of domestic violence. So there is the green card, but for those who are victimized by individuals who are not U.S. citizen spouses, you can also apply for a U visa. And there are different processing timeframes for whichever one you are applying for. In Anna's situation, I don't quite remember if it was the green card or if it was the U visa, but essentially, first of all, she has an attorney, and so her attorney should be guiding her through this process as to timeframes and things of that nature. The first step is always the issuance of a letter to confirm that you've established what's called a prima facie case, or the basic elements of a case, and that usually takes about 6-7 months or so for the green card initial processing, and then the green card thereafter, you have to go through an interview, have to satisfy to the officer that you are fulfilling the requirements. So time frame can be anywhere from like about a year to a year and a half to complete the process for the green card. With regards to the U visa, which is the temporary visa, when your spouse is not a U.S. citizen or if you're abused by a different family member, in that situation, immigration has actually run out of U visas for this processing fiscal year. And so what they are doing is they are essentially compiling a waiting list. And during the meantime, if they see that you may qualify, they'll at least provide you with some temporary benefits, but then it's going to have to go through the processing list, and it may take many, many months in order for you to get a final approval.
Okay. All right. Salamat, Ana, for calling. Kasama naman natin si Roddy on the phone. Roddy, ano pong tanong ninyo para sa ating mga immigration attorneys?
Hi, good afternoon, Attorney Loew and Aquino, and to you, Giselle.
Maraming salamat po.
Ako po ay naghahanda mag-file ng aking naturalization, pero yung item number 32 na tanong is, have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials, gain entry or admission to the United States, or gain immigration benefits for the United States? Ang tanong ko po ay ganito, nung ako ay nag-apply, tinanong ako ng consul kung meron akong 2 anak. The consul blurted out in front of my wife, who did not know anything, that I had a girlfriend, much more a kid. So at the time, sabi ko, wala. Pero meron akong 6-year-old at saka buntis yung ina nung pangalawa at that time, so bali 2 na yung anak ko. My question is, does that qualify as lying to a U.S. government to gain entry or admission to the United States?
Okay, so Roddy is very honest about this. He wants to know, he's filling out that form. He wants to be naturalized as a citizen, and there's that little thing that you have to fill out. Should you be honest at this point?
Always.
You
always have to be honest. And I would say the first thing is that if you have any question about what box you're going to check, particularly when it's this box regarding fraud, you need to see an attorney. You need to seek counsel. It's very important. The circumstances surrounding what he said to the counsel, what he put on his application at that time, and whether that's going to amount to fraud and whether he's going to say that, that's very particular to how he said it, and there's lots of rules and sort of evidentiary things you have to look at. But in general, you want to just disclose. It's not going to prevent anything from happening now, since they already went through that at the consulate and they allowed him into the United States as a permanent resident, so that's not an issue anymore. But you should always err on the side of caution. If you think that that you have done something wrong, or you have committed fraud, or you've said something that you lied to, it's better to say
be
yes
upfront.
and explain it and have that out in the open than have an officer open a file up and say, hey, but look what happened at the consulate. Why didn't you put that down?
Because if you get caught, the consequences are worse.
Yes, it's
Right?
always worse.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we suggest you seek counsel with an attorney para sigurado po kayo. Okay, kasama naman natin si Contita. Contita, what is your question for our attorneys?
Magandang hapon sa inyo dyan, Jeanette.
G po, G. Ano pong tanong ninyo?
Ang tanong ko po, yung anak ko na may asawa na petition ko, pero na-approve na siya. Pero hanggang ngayon wala pa namang kung gaano pa sa Tagalog, ilang taon pa bago siya dito. Kasi na-approve na siya, matagal na rin.
Okay, kailan nyo po final?
Parang 2003 ata yun.
2003, tapos na-approve na, hindi nyo pa rin naririnig.
Na-approve na siya. Pangalan niya Joel Bihon.
Okay, so even gave the name. Okay, she's wondering how come she has not received anything from the USCIS.
The reason is that unfortunately the waiting list for that particular category, where it is a parent petitioning a married child, is extremely long. Right now, that particular category, which is the F3 category, it's backed up to 1993. And so in her situation, it may be another 10-year wait before her son and his spouse and hopefully children who are under 21 can move forward with the green card process. One thing to emphasize is that it's very important that some people get married before the petitioner becomes a U.S. citizen. And so I just want to make sure that in her situation, she did file it either as, if her child was married, she was either a U.S. citizen already when she filed it, or that the marriage of the child was after she became a U.S. citizen. Otherwise, it could invalidate the petition.
Okay.
And one other thing I wanted to say about the visa bulletins, because you can look these up online and see what the numbers are.
So this information is online.
Yes.
You can check kung kailan kayo nag-file, and you can see what those dates are pertaining to when you're going to get approved. Yeah.
And when you're looking at them, it's deceptive to say, okay, well, right now we're August of '93. But if you go back a year and look at where we were in August of 2014, we were at April of '93. So that category is only moved 5-6 months in the last year. So you can't always just do straight math. You have to be, particularly in the lower categories,
Right.
93, the F3 and the F4, they move really slowly.
Okay.
And sometimes hardly at all. So
Yes, but you can check on the website at USCIS.
No,
Yes.
No?
a link. It's with Department of State. So
Department of
State issues what's called a visa bulletin every month.
Okay, so i-google nyo po yan, okay? Magbabalik po kami dito sa Kababayan Today. We're taking more of your calls. We'll be right back.